lost it before. I lost it. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to sell you coffee. It's the wrong attitude. I'm sorry, guys. So I'm back here again. I'm back here. Before I lost it. I've been having too much therapy and I lost it, but I'm back. So I'm back here again, and I think we'll just I think we'll just do some. I'm just gonna hang out today. It seems like no one's selling anything today. You guys notice there's no shows on? Almost seems like no one's around. So I'm just gonna do a few small things, I guess, and we'll just take it as it comes. I don't know what we're gonna do today, but we'll just do a few little things. And I lost it before. Before I was like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I'm getting out of here. I'm really emotional. I'm kind of unstable. I'm an unstable person. So you're buying coffee from an unstable person, guys. But I hope you will try some of this coffee. I was thinking about going back to the communists during slower times like these. Does feel a little bit slower. Do you notice no one's doing any shows today? I wonder what's going on. If you guys want to get some, you're unstable too. Your order got delivered. Thank goodness. You want the fire mud. You want the fire mud. You don't care about me. You just care about that's how it should be. That's the kind of people I want. You don't care about me. You just care about the coffee. I'm going back to the communists, guys. I'm going back to the communists. I only complained because I wanted to go back. I was ranting about communism for the last few days, and then they're like, come back. And it's like, I've been missing communism for so long, I need to go back. All right. I don't think I'm really gonna sell any coffee today. They're really, really slow. Do you notice the no one else is selling anything today? Hey Flap Caliph, I got your coffee, Flap Caliph. I gotta try it. Thanks, guys. So I lost it before. I lost my bearings. I looked at some pictures of my daughter. Now I'm feeling a little bit better. I got time to kill. I'm not really going back. I can't even speak Chinese, guys. But I'm talking about TikTok. TikTok is like, for me, that's communism. And I was thinking about going back to TikTok, the communism on TikTok. Now let's talk about TikTok. All right. So I just got some time to kill. So I figured I'd come back on as I am thinking about revitalizing, but I did get some videos. I got some videos I'm put on. And is this simulcasting? My so what do you guys want to talk about? You guys want to talk about coffee? How about we just only talk about trigonally? We won't even talk about the coffee. So I wanted to spend today telling you guys about trigonylene without, and it's a compound in coffee, but we're not going to sell the coffee. Let's just talk about the trigonylene. It's like educational. How about that? So, trigonylene. Trigonylene is an alkaloid compound. Do you guys know what alkaloids are? Alkaloids are, and why don't I run also just a giveaway? We'll just try. Sometimes you come on and you don't sell anything. Oh, and you just want to give up. And then it turns out maybe you shouldn't have given up. I don't know. I'm just rambling, but I didn't want to just leave like that and just suddenly turn Sorry guys. Kawhi Telecom's coming. I'm getting some Fios fiber optic high speed internet. Never gonna lag again. I'm finally gonna have some internet. Right now I'm 1 meg up, one meg down, and I think Fios is 100, 1,000 up, 1,000 down, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna be 1,000 times faster. I'm so excited, 1,000 times faster. So I want to talk about trigonylene today. There are two alkaloids in coffee, and one of them is trigonylene. Without selling you guys any coffee, I just wanted to talk about it. And so trigonylene is a derivative of niacin, vitamin B3. And niacin, and most people get enough niacin. So you don't need that much niacin. Niacin, the body can convert tryptophan into niacin. And so if you don't get enough niacin, you're going to be upset because you don't get enough tryptophan. But anyway, trigonylene is a derivative of niacin. It's actually in coffee. A large amount of that's in coffee. And trigonylene is also in oats, potatoes. It's in all sorts of stuff, right? But the strongest source of it is Arabica coffee. All right, and Arabica, and so trigonylene is methylated niacin, and niacin is an NAD precursor. So I mean, it's an NAD booster. So trigonylene will boost your NAD levels. It actually is good for cysts. It's good for your heart. It's good for type 2 diabetes. All sorts of crazy stuff is really good for trigonylene. Is really good for cardioprotective. Um, it increases your metabolism. It just goes on and on. So all of the positive benefits of coffee actually come from trigonylene. It protects heart tissue. It improves cardiac function. It brain inflammation, all sorts of stuff. Just goes on and on and on. It goes. There's a lot of like even there's basically a lot of medicinal studies about trigonylene these days, and we're not selling any trigonylene because we don't have it, but it hampers inflammatory, markers. It's an NRF2 inhibitor, which is actually what broc does. It's a broccoli thing. Um, it gets rid of oxidative stress. It's a neuroprotective. It protects against neurodegeneration, diabetes, peripheral neuropathy, neuromodulation, mitigation of. It just goes on and on and on. It's like a lot of good stuff in trigonylene. You wouldn't even believe it. So we all know coffee has caffeine in it, but very few of us have heard about trigonylene. And coffee is actually the best source of trigonylene in the world. So, and that's, it protects against diabetes, liver injuries, it's anti-tumor, skin diseases, it just goes on and on. Peripheral neuropathy, mitigation of cardiovascular disorders, skin diseases, diabetic mellitus, liver and kidney injuries. And so that's why you live longer when you drink coffee. It's not actually not the caffeine. So so if you guys ask like what is trigonylene? Well, man, this is a I hope I can I download this PDF? This is a long PDF. Oh wow. I got the whole article here. Nice. 22-page article about trigonylane. If you guys, I don't know if you guys read. Do you guys read? I don't read. I used to read. I don't read anymore, but I don't know if you guys read. If you do read, I'm gonna drop this link for you. But I don't really read. Uh, here we go. Here's the if you guys read. Oh, no, that's not it. Where is this? Here we go. Here's a 22-page article about trigonoline. If you guys are readers, a lot of a lot of people read, more people than I expect. When I see kids, that's the amazing thing about people, right? You just tell them to do something, they'll do it. They can figure it out. It's amazing. Shocks me every time. And people can read and they can learn. It's amazing. A lot of times you think, well, I had to tell. I'm back. I'm okay again, Anzu. I lost it for a minute back there. I lost it. I got upset. I'm like, I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. Forget about it. It's the wrong attitude. A few days ago, I was looking on the Whatnot rankings. I was looking at who's the top seller. You had some, had to have it. Appreciate that, Doogie. I was looking at who's the top seller on Whatnot, and it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I was number two. And I got upset about it. I started getting competitive. I started getting desperate. I wasn't cool anymore. Now I was desperate. I was grasping. I was like trying to. I was just doing all sorts of stuff that I normally wouldn't do because I was feeling the competition. I was feeling like I need to be number one. I can't be number two. I just can't tolerate that. I've been number two for too long. I need to be number one. And then I just burned out. I started getting anxiety. I started desperately, like, just like, you could feel it. You can feel that I'm desperate. You can smell it. You can be like, this guy needs to sell something. We're gonna get him. And so I'm back now. I'm back with good vibes. Not here to sell you anything. I don't need you to buy anything. I'm just here to hang out again. I lost it. I need some spaceships. I do. I need them to buy my spaceships. I need you guys. I need this democracy to buy my spaceships to make things right. Until that happens, the whole world is in a middle. You guys, we're not going anywhere. Back to the Future is not happening until you guys buy my spaceships. That's just the bottom line. I'm not letting anyone do anything until these spaceships are purchased. And until then, it's just going to be war, and the stock market's not going anywhere. There's just going to be inflation and war, and you guys aren't getting away until you buy these spaceships. That's just how it is. It can take 1 year, it could take 10 years, it can take 100 years. It doesn't matter. Until then, we can hang out and drink coffee, and you can buy this good coffee, but don't expect anything to go anywhere until my spaceships are sold. Okay? I want you guys to understand that. $1 starts on the spaceships. That's a good idea, actually. I may end up having to do that. I am, making these spaceships into kids' toys, and then because NASA, I don't know if the government can afford to pay me. They got too many. They got too many liabilities, too many mouths to feed. Too many incompetent people who cannot make money, and they got it. It's like being on welfare, right? So we got to feed them first before you guys buy my spaceships. And I'm okay at selling things, so I can survive without the government dole. But the other people at NASA, I don't think they can do it. So we need to think about their families. We got to keep them well fed. It's not about who has the best spaceships. It's about keeping everyone fed. It's and so It's going okay. I started out bad, old man, because I got competitive. I started thinking, yeah, exactly. I started thinking I need to be number one. And then I got desperate. I was grasping at you guys, buy something, buy something. And then whenever you want someone to do something, they're going to do the opposite. I was angry. I was losing it. I was upset. And then I started blaming you. I started blaming you guys. I said, America sucks. It's all your fault. It's all your fault, the FBI investigated me because someone in New York called them and said I'm a terrorist, teaching Palestinians to build bombs. It's all your fault because it's a democracy. You guys voted for this. It's all your fault. I started blaming you. I moved to Hawaii though. I started out in New Jersey. I started blaming you guys. I started saying America doesn't deserve my spaceships. You don't deserve my coffee. I just turned negative. I just became a negative person. Just the wrong attitude. Negativity has never gotten me anywhere. I was born there. I wasn't born there, but that's just essentially I was hatched. I was hatched there. I wasn't born, I was hatched. And I was hatched in New Jersey, and it's not my fault. No, it's I didn't choose there to to be hatched. It was that's where they plopped me down. New Jersey's awesome. Toy lots. I don't know what you're talking about. New Jersey's awesome. Everyone from New Jersey is awesome. Those are the those are the only people who I want to. I love people from New Jersey. They're awesome. They're such ass. No, they're not. They're not assholes. They're awesome. They're all awesome. Here we are again, Izzy. Here we are again. North Carolina, right? Is that where you live? Here we are again. But this time, I'm not here to sell you anything. Before I was trying to, I was desperate. I needed to sell you something. I just needed to Michigan. All right, good spot. And that's the New York people. They shit on New Jersey. You guys don't like New Jersey, but New Jersey is where it's at. New York and New Jersey, we're we're arch rivals forever. New Jersey, New Jersey in the house. Got nothing on Hawaii. That's true. I moved out. I left the war. I left the war. You guys keep on fighting. I moved to Hawaii. Hawaii's a lot like New Jersey. It is actually. It is a lot like New Jersey. I don't know. Everything in my life, I go back to comparing to New Jersey, and Hawaii is a lot like New Jersey. Not this part of Hawaii where I'm at, but like in town, it's actually a lot like New Jersey. You know, we got Costco, we got Target, we got Macy's, we got Safeway. You know, that's all New Jersey is. And so it's just like home. If I got those, I'm home. White Castle, we don't have. We do have McDonald's. We got a Burger King. We don't have Wawa, but that's southern New Jersey. I'm from northern New Jersey where we didn't have Wawas. We didn't really have White Castles either. No In-N-Outs. Nope. We only had Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King. Didn't even really have some KFCs, but we have a KFC here. And KFC is just like my favorite food in the world. Like that original recipe chicken, I don't know how they do it, but it's freaking amazing. I don't eat chicken shawarmas because I don't know. I don't know why actually. I don't like the lamb feeling. I associate shawarma with lamb, even though it's chicken shawarma. Anyway, West Virginia, church and chickens, churches and chicken. See, they know I tripping. I'm always tripping. I'm always tripping. I trip. I start tripping every 2 or 3 days, and then I calm down. I catch myself, take a breath. You don't need any of that iron sword. See, we were the Garden State Parkway, so it was exit 165. It changed to like 168. Chicken shawarma, fried chicken, chicken shawarma. I broke the code, Don. I broke the code. I broke the code. I did. I broke the code, and now the Matrix is falling apart as I tell you guys what's really going on with the fried chicken, chicken shawarma. It's been like this forever. I went down the rabbit hole. I am the white rabbit. I broke the code. You guys got to chase me down the hole. It's the game here. I'm the bait. I always told people I'm the bait. You wouldn't believe what you learn as the bait. All right, do you guys want to buy anything? You don't have to. I'm not here to sell you anything today. I want to talk about trigonylene. Methylated niacin. That's the compound in coffee that's making you guys feel good. 1 to 3% of dried coffee beans is trigonylene, but when you roast it, most of it is gone. Most of it becomes regular niacin. It becomes methylamine, which is the meth part of methamphetamine. It becomes all sorts of stuff. So trigonylene, it's not caffeine that's giving you the buzz. It's trigonylene, and that's why your instant coffees don't give you the same buzz. It's the trigonylene. I'm the bait. I know. I've been the bait for so long that everyone's taken a bite out of me, and now I know the whole system. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. Anyway, so trigonyline. Let's talk about what trigonyline does. Glucose synthesis, glucose transportation, increases insulin sensitivity, gets rid of dying cells. It's like weed. It's an anti-inflammatory and an antioxidant. It lowers peripheral neuropathy. This is in that see you later, Izzy. And sorry guys if I got negative. Being negative, blaming other people, it's never helped me at all. Never helped. So I came on just to adjust my attitude. I wanted to be more positive. You can't sell. No one wants to buy coffee from a cranky, tired, negative Chinese man. No one wants to buy coffee. So I want to come back on here. I just want to talk about trigonylene today. And trigonylene liver lowers liver injury, increases liver function, lowers cardiomyopathy, myocardial injury, mycardiofibrosis, improves endothelial cell function, lowers diabetic neuropathy, metal-induced kidney injury, kidney stone formation, all reduced. And I don't want to be so negative, guys. It's not your fault. And once I start blaming people, that means I need to take a break. It's not your fault. It's my fault. It's all my fault. Um, really? That sucks. Did I jip you guys on that? I hope I didn't jip you guys. It's your fault. It is a democracy, right? So if the government does something, it is your fault technically. But is it really? Is it really? I can't blame you guys. I only voted once in my entire life. I only voted once in my entire life. And I wonder how many of you guys are like that. I don't know. I was just always against voting. All right. Gets rid of head and neck cancer, lung cancer, colon cancer, just all of this crazy stuff. Antiviral, gets rid of HSV, RSV, influenza, inhibits COVID-19, antibacterial, antifungal, antiparasitic, anti-melanogenesis, gastric ulcers are down, IBD is down, and you guys, bone density increases. So you guys who've been drinking this stuff, you guys probably noticed the same thing. I would, I, as much as I'd love to be anti-government, I also identify myself as the government, and I can't be against myself. So it's just really confusing. When you're crazy like me, it really gets confusing. You want to be against the government, everything you say, but then I'm just like, being against myself. And it's just like, I'm against the parts of the government that are stupid. I'm just against stupidity. But you shouldn't even be against stupidity because I don't know. What if I'm the stupid person? I'm stupid too. Now I'm against myself again. I shouldn't be against myself. You should never be against yourself. Milford Spice Company. It's a little bit slow today, right? People aren't really bidding. I noticed nobody is seems to be selling anything on whatnot today. Everyone's just raiding away. No one's really spending that much time on whatnot. So I'm just hanging out. I decided to adjust my attitude. I'm not trying to sell you guys anything today. I'm reading this paper, but thank you for the raid. I really do have to try some of your spices. I got this big Ah, I gotta show you guys. I got this big squash today. I picked this huge squash from the field. It's like this big, and I was so happy that I finally got some food. I never I have all this farm. I have this farm, but I don't have any food. I'm always hungry. I don't grow anything. I don't grow any food. So yeah, today we're just gonna hang out. I had the wrong attitude before. I was like, I gotta sell these people. I gotta hit this mark, and then, but now I'm just trying to hang out. I gotta, because as soon as you start getting desperate, as soon as I start getting desperate and just clawing for the money, that's when I become shitty. I become angry. As I start blaming you guys. I start blaming Sandon for giving me thumbs up, and it's all Sandon's fault. It's all her fault. And telling so I'm back with a better attitude. I'm leaving. I got my FiOS internet coming today. Sandon giving me the seven thumbs up. I don't know what to say about that. I don't I don't know what to say anymore. So I was talking about this paper that I found about trigonylene. So I just want to talk about trigonylene today, right? Without just telling you about it, rather than telling you about the coffee, because it's different. But trigonylene is this powerful compound in coffee, and hopefully you guys will try it or read about it yourself, because it just does all sorts of crazy stuff, and it seems to be really good for you. Am I live streaming on YouTube now too? Amazing. Is it still streaming? It is. This this is so cool that I'm also streaming on YouTube. Amazing. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome for helping me get on YouTube. All right. But yeah, take a look at that link I just dropped. That's where the paper is. And it just tells you everything you need to know about trigonylane. Diet People with diabetes seems to help. Helps Been helping my wife and some of you guys. Definitely shared, improves your diabetes. Um, Improves your injuries. If you have like nerve pain, neuropathy, it seems to help with that. And trigonylane. Now, I'm not selling trigonylane. I'm just telling you about it. NRF2 inhibitor, which is also broccoli. Sulforaphans do the same thing. Um, Endometriosis, right? The cysts that a lot of, like, my wife would get them. Also, apparently, I couldn't find anything that stops cysts. Apparently, this helps with that. Um, but the problem with trigonylane is it's volatile. It evaporates. Also aids fatty acid metabolism, so it's anti-diabetic mellitus. I don't even know what that is. It gets rid of dying cells, apoptosis, which is what weed does. Um, it lowers. So it sounds like a miracle drug, and in many ways, we all know coffee is a miracle drug. Like, so getting as much trigonylane in your coffee as possible will maximize the the uh, what's it called, the benefits of coffee. And they've actually done studies where um what's it called, decaffeinated coffee is not good, is it doesn't give you the life improving effects. And people have wondered, is it the caffeine? But it's again, it's the trigonylane. Caffeine and trigonylane are both going to have similar properties in terms of extraction, right? Because they're both alkaloids, they both have that nitrogen group. Alkaloids all have similar chemistries. They're going to be water soluble, both of them. And so when you're decaffeinating coffee, you're also pulling out the trigonylane. So it's not the caffeine in coffee. Uh, it's actually the trigonylane. But I'm so excited today. Hold on a second. I gotta show you guys this. I'm pretty excited. I'm excited for this. Second, right back. Hello. Hey, you doing for an installation? Yeah. All right. Yes, I got it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I think maybe in this area here. I know our old we used to have cable. You know that. Walking me through that side. All the equipment's over here. We might have some help access here. You can move everything. Yeah, yeah. No, if you don't mind, I'll just move stuff as I go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, if you can go through the window, it's kind of hard over here. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, yeah, but you can feel free to move them. Okay. Okay. No, all good, man. Not a problem. Yeah, so let me know if you need anything. Okay, I'm gonna head back over. It's actually yeah, the pool's right there, so I just gotta go set up and it'll be pretty quick getting to the house. So cool. All right, appreciate it. Thanks. I'll just knock when I'm ready to come in. All right, yeah, yep. And if you want a bag of coffee before you leave, let me know. Oh, I'll hook you up. Yeah. All right, guys. That's right. So I want to show you this. Oh, look at this. So excited. So excited. I don't know. I'm proud of this. I don't know what it is. Is this a squash? It is, right? How do I eat this? Can I like can I eat this like a normal squash? Like cut it and then saute it? I don't eat vegetables. Only vegetables I eat is coffee. So and ginger. I eat a lot of ginger. I actually I don't know, I don't eat vegetables. Never really. I used to get all my vegetables as weed. That was the only vegetable I'd eat. Just like, so much weed. And I stopped eating vegetables or stopped eating weed, and then my body just lost it. But I drink a lot of green tea. I think that's a vegetable. You bake them. I really, some vegetables are really good. Like I've been eating, um, you know, just sautéed onions and broccoli and some squash. I love squash. I really do love squash. I just never. It's just a lot of work. Vegetables are a lot of work. I don't know. I'm so freaking lazy. What is wrong with me? This is therapy. So much reflecting. I'm getting unstable from all I don't even want to be on whatnot anymore. Too much reflecting. That's what they say, huh? That's what they say. But coffee is a vegetable. Yep, it is. It's a vegetable. Coffee is a vegetable. You can replace your vegetables with your coffee. You get 1.5 grams of fiber. It's actually more of a nut. Might be a gourd. I don't know what it is. I think, yeah, it's got to be something, some sort of squash, but I'm going to eat it. I'm hungry. I'm so hungry all the time. Vegetables are at the top of the food chain. You're right. Because did you hear it? Yeah, because vegetables eat, if you think about it, vegetables are at the top of the food chain because vegetables eat cow manure, they eat bone meal, so they're eating animals. You can't grow vegetables without animals. Am I right? So they're at the top. Well, we're eating the vegetables, though. So I guess we're at the top. But coffee, 1.5 grams of fiber. Bet you didn't know that. Coffee has 1.5 grams of fiber per 8-ounce cup. So one of those 16-ounce cups of your Starbucks or one big cup of this coffee is the same amount of fiber as a banana. So if you don't eat your vegetables like me, all you gotta do is drink coffee. You're still gonna be okay. I know it's hard to believe, but drinking coffee, drinking tea, almost like eating vegetables. You even get fiber. You even get your fiber. So if you give up coffee, if you guys thinking, how what am I gonna do? I gotta give up coffee. My stomach hurts every time. Then you gotta start eating beans. In fact, people who live longer either they eat beans or they drink coffee. I've talked to people from aging institutes, and they've told me that they're like consistently people who live into their 90s, 100s, and they stay mobile. They're drinking coffee or they're eating beans. I can't wait. Really want to do this squash thing. I love squash with some butter. I also read my wife was like, we shouldn't be eating vegetable. All our life she ate butter. And I was like, ah, butter is terrible for you. But no butter, no. But turns out people who eat butter don't get skin cancer. Mm, butter. So I'm into butter now. My wife was right. A lot of things that my wife says that I disagree with, she turns out to be right. So I've just kind of stayed, just always listen to my wife, even if I disagree. Just take it all in. Real butter. That's right. Real butter, grass-fed butter. It's actually good for you. And so my daughter, she eats a chunk of butter every single day. I'm like, I don't know if that's the right way to do it either. But she does. She eats some butter and I don't say anything because I actually maybe she's right. I think my wife's right. Because apparently seed oils actually give you cancer. So like all those oils we thought were good for us, like grapeseed oil and sunflower seed oil and uh, canola oil, all of those are actually bad for us. It's good for your heart, but it's bad for cancer. Anyway, I don't think I was supposed to tell you that. I think avocado oil is good. So I always get the potato chips now with avocado oil. Um, because that's the only you see though, like potato chips, usually it's made with canola oil, which is bad. But if you can get it with avocado oil, and you know what I got the other day? I had a bag of Doritos Naturals. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm kind of excited. Because all I really want to eat is junk food, but I just don't want it. But I don't want it to be trash. I love junk food, but I wish junk food was healthy. I just need it to be healthy. So, like, give me a bag of avocado oil chips, and I'm gonna eat that for dinner. And it's just all gonna eat that entire bag, and then anyway. So I just wanted to show you guys this. I'm really excited. Although the problem with me is now I have like 20 of these. I have no idea how I'm gonna eat them. The other last year I had like maybe 40 pounds of eggplants, and I just went crazy making almond bialdi. You ever have that? It's eggplants with onions and brown sugar, lemon juice. What else is in there? Tomatoes. But I made so much of that that's all I ate, and then I was just farting up a storm. My neighbors don't really like eggplants. They don't eat vegetables either. That's the problem. No one really eats vegetables. You give people vegetables. Basil. I have some Italian neighbors. They like the basil, but they don't really eat eggplants. So it's always a problem. I'm gonna find a problem for every solution. They say stay away from people who find a problem in every solution. And that's all right, guys. So anyone want any coffee today? I've been talking. So this coffee also organically grown. We interplant the vegetables with our coffee. I actually made a video, and the lighter roasts are the ones that are healthy. So if you do want to try some of that lighter roast, here it is. And we talked about what's in the lighter roast. So if you want some nibs, we'll just sell a few little things here and there today. But I'm just here to hang out. I'm trying to kill time. I'm picking up my daughter at what 1 o'clock today. So a little bit, I'm gonna go hang out with her. And the nibs also really good. Nibs are everything we have, super healthy. These are some of the nibs. Thanks for reminding me. I just eat these when I'm hungry. I don't even really eat food anymore. I just eat all the stuff that I'm selling you guys. So I eat the nibs. I'll drink coffee. I'll have one meal. where I actually eat stuff, and then everything else I'm just eating mac nuts and eating these nibs. I'll be right back though. Wow, make myself some water. But yeah, that's pregonolene. Take a look at that article I dropped. And then the other thing about coffee is you definitely want to use a paper filter. So if you're drinking coffee for your health, you definitely want to use a paper filter. Trigonolene decreased blood sugar levels, inflammatory response, oxidative stress, improved kidney function. My wife needs to improve her kidney function. And so, I don't know. She was actually she was actually really happy after drinking that coffee. So, got some nibs. I'll run some nibs after this. Hypoglycemic, anti-diabetic effects for both non-obese and obese animal models. Um, improvements in insulin sensitivity, anti-diabetic peripheral neuropathy. Um, it just goes on and on. This stuff's effects on Alzheimer's disease. How'd you get here? We're talking about coffee. So you probably like coffee for whatever reason. Who doesn't like coffee? But our coffee is all grown in the US. So this is American grown coffee. Uh, you guys are supporting Mexican Americans when you drink this coffee. I'm just- um, the wh- the white Hawaiian and the white Hawaiian is a lower grade, and so the beans are a little bit less dense. It's just a little bit less. I get a tiny bit more anxiety when I drink the white Hawaiian. So for some of you guys, you like that. For me, I prefer the extra fancy a lot more because it doesn't give me any anxiety whatsoever. But the white coffee, I dropped that link in there about the trigonolene, right? Um, if you read about trigonolene, white coffee is where the trigonolene is concentrated. The light coffee, there's more of it. Whereas by the time you get to dark roast, about 99% of that compound is gone. And that's the key compound in coffee. That's what's giving you the buzz. That's why light roast coffees feel so strong. It's not that there's more caffeine, it's that there's more trigonolene. And so, you know, so as I have been looking more and more into coffee, as I want to get more of the health benefits of the coffee, I've been experimenting with lighter and lighter roasts, and they are really strong. You definitely get a real effect out of it, a very strong effect, and a beneficial effect that a lot of people are also experiencing for themselves. And you can see the research there. And almost nobody has been talking about trigonolene in coffee. It's something that I feel like most of us they just overlooked it for some reason. It is American grown, and about a third of the coffee is grown by hippies. About a third of the coffee is grown by Mexicans, and about a third of the coffee is grown by Hawaiians. That's my rough breakdown of the coffee out here. We get coffee from everyone, and why does it matter who grew the coffee? I don't know. I just like to classify things. I'm just breaking things down for you guys. It doesn't really matter. Iced shaken espresso. What do you suggest? I would do so. I've been told our medium extra fancy or our medium estate, if you don't want to spend as much, really good for me for espresso. Our espresso is going to be not bitter at all. It's going to be, and most lighter roasts are very, very sour, right? Espresso tends to be very bitter, but our espresso should be way less bitter or not bitter at all because our coffee just doesn't start. sour, so it doesn't end bitter. I would suggest getting. I don't know if you want a larger bag. If you want a larger bag, I'd just get the medium Hawaiian or the medium estate. Actually, is a great deal right now. So I would get the medium estate 8 ounce for 21 bucks, and that'll make you 16 double shots of espresso. Let me see where we are here, if I can even find it. But I would get that medium estate uh, deal. Unless you want the pea berry extra fancy if you're just going for the best of the best. But the estate pea berry is like already 100% Kona coffee, but you don't need to be spending the extra on the pea berry. I don't know, depends on what you want, but I would suggest the medium. Here's my extra fancy medium. This one's the best one. So let me run this one. And so professional coffee critics have said the medium extra fancy makes the best espresso. And if you're mixing your drinks, if you're making, if you're mixing mochas, the darker roasts tend to be a better mix. And the extra fancy is 24 for 6 ounces. Pea berry is really good. But this one's the best one. The extra fancy beans are the biggest beans in the world. So when you get those beans, since you're picking up the extra fancy, when you get the beans, look at the beans. Compare the beans to what you guys are buying in the store, and you're gonna see number one, the beans are like perfectly clean. There isn't a single defect on them. They're just like perfect beans. And then look at the size. This is extra fancy. This is a regular. For a drip system, a dark. What do you usually drink? That sort of comes down, sort of what it comes down to. Um, I think the medium, really good. Medium estate, medium extra fancy. If you do a blonde, definitely the medium or the light. Well, French is a dark. French is very dark. Blonde is very light. So if you're doing a French roast, I would do our dark Hawaiian or our dark extra fancy. The dark extra fancy beans is like ridiculously big. This is just all perfect, and it's hard to tell the scale of these, but these are sometimes 4 times bigger. So if you want the best one, then dark extra fancy. If you drink the and if you do a blonde roast, I'd definitely try our light Hawaiian. Our light Hawaiian has this really sweet, um, kind of raisiny flavor to it, whereas the extra fancy dark is the toasted caramel. You use it on a drip coffee. This comes out awesome. It just tastes like a toasted caramel. Very, very sweet. You get really that toasted, like almost syrupy flavor in the dark when you use a drip. Whereas the light Hawaiian is most light roast, most blonde roasts have a lot of acidity in them, as you probably know. But our light roast has almost no acidity in it. So it gives you all the fruitiness, all of the buzz that you often want from a lighter roast, but without the sourness. And that's because of how we pick our coffee. We pick the coffee overripe. We wait for the coffee to become soft and ready to fall off the trees before picking it. And as a result of that, and here's a 12-ounce bag of the light Hawaiian. I'd say this one's the sweetest of our light roasts and gives you a really strong buzz and has a lot of that compound that we are talking about, trigonylene, in it. So those are the two. Also run some samples. Pea berry, we have a pea berry light that's very, very fruity, and also haven't had that. But if you guys want a sampler, here's a 4-ounce sampler. I'll run these for let's run one of these for $1. It's a 2 ounce. I'm sorry, 2 ounce sampler will make 4 8-ounce cups of coffee. You guys can get one of these, and this is the light roast sampler. So this one is the fruitiest. It's fruity. You can taste the fruitiness, and by fruity for us, it's just almost like a chocolate covered raisin with some brown sugar, somewhat of a maple syrup feeling to it. You do get a kind of the syrupy light brown sugar. It is very mild, almost feels more like a tea when you drink this coffee. So you definitely want to be aware that I do have a light pea berry. Yep. I can't do these $1 auctions, so I'm just gonna run them at the price I need to get for them. Let me see if I have a light pea berry. I thought I did. Whew. You want a sample, right? You guys like these samples? I am trying to get this. Huh? I don't have any light pea berries. We got a dark pea berry, but I don't have any light pea berries. How to set that up? Medium pea berry. Give me one sec, guys. Take me a second to set up this light pea berry. But today we got nothing but time. I changed my attitude. When I'm in a rush, my dad was always in a rush. And you know what happened to him? He was always stressed out and he got cancer. So don't be in a rush, Ed. All right, what are we doing here? All right, what are we doing? So I'm getting this light peaberry sample. I do have it here. I knew I had it. Here it is. All right, let's talk about this light peaberry. So light peaberry is very light. It borders on the white. JD, how you doing? JD, did you see me lose it before? I'm back in control. Too much therapy. Subscriptions, they don't offer subscriptions here, but you can get one on our website. Um, so you don't have to come on here every 5 minutes. But when you buy it off my website, 100% of that money goes to my wife. So I don't push my website on here because this money I have in a separate bank account. It's not mine, but at least I know where it's going. I can see it. If you buy it off the website, 100% money goes to my wife. I don't know what happens to it. But here is our light pea berry, and this light pea berry is fruity. This is the it's fruity. It's got a nice tangy honey finish to it. It's gonna be very rich, almost buttery, very very strong, stronger than our light Hawaiian. But there's gonna be a little bit more tanginess to it, and that's because the pea berry, the center of the pea berry bean doesn't get roasted, whereas the outside gets roasted more. So it gets this wider flavor profile than your standard coffees. It's a smaller bean. I can show you the pea berry actually. Let me do that. Where is my pea berry? The pea berry is a unique, it's a mutation in the bean where only one of the beans comes out. I don't know. I'm gonna check my show because I promised to give you guys a 6 ounce bag at the end of the last show, and then I ended the show before it got announced. So I don't know if anyone actually won that 6 ounce bag, right? I don't know if anyone did. Was it Patty who won it? No. So and Zeus. No, you didn't win it. I don't think I gave away. I think in the end I didn't give away that 6 ounce, right? Because I don't see anyone who won it. So I owe you guys one. So let's do that. I owe you guys one. Um, 16 ounce. Where are you buying that? That's surprising. 16 ounce of Kona pea berry for $29. No way. If you tell me where you're getting that, I would love to buy some pea berry for that price. There's no way to buy 16 ounce of Kona pea berry. Maybe there is. I could be wrong, but yeah, let me know where you're getting that because people are trying to charge me $40 for green beans, unroasted pea berry, and I'm at the farm. So if you can get a pound for $29, that means you're getting a pound of pea berry green for $20. If I can do, if tell me where, I would love to find that. Yeah, $70 minimum. Macaw Coffee Roasters. Thanks. Let me check them out. Macaw Coffee Roasters. Blue Macaw. I mean, you can get like Tanzania Peaberry for 29 bucks. This guy's selling 16 ounces of Kona Peaberry for $103. Um, Jamaican Blue Peaberry, Blue Macaw Coffee Roasters, Hawaiian. Let's see, 100% Hawaiian. That's not. So he's giving you 6 pounds of the Hawaiian, which is the Hawaiian coffee that we're selling for 125 bucks. So you can get 6 pounds of Hawaiian coffee for 125 bucks, which is around what we're paying, what we're charging you guys. Let me see if we can find. So it is different though. Here we go. 100% Hawaiian Kona Peaberry. That's it's definitely tricky because you can have Hawaiian Peaberry and you can have, but this is 54.95 for a pound of Hawaiian 100% Hawaiian Peaberry. So that's the lower grade, right? It's Hawaiian 100% Hawaiian. It's not 100% Kona. So this is Kona Peaberry too. Just FYI. But even their Hawaiian Peaberry is 54.95. Let me just double check here. And I don't mean to call you out. It's just I definitely want to know if I'm over, but I'm pretty sure I'm like on the lower average end of pricing. Sometimes you guys getting really good deals. Macaw Coffee Roaster. Okay, no, he's right. You're getting two 1 pound bags for 54.95, but that's Hawaiian Peaberry. It's different. It's tricky. Their labeling is tricky because they have it, and it's on eBay too. But their labeling is tricky. It's 100% Hawaiian. It's not the Kona peaberry. It's the Hawaiian peaberry. Um, so it's definitely tricky. They're being tricky, but you can get Hawaiian peaberry. So that's Hawaiian peaberry. So there is a Hawaiian peaberry, and that's like our Hawaiian grade. Kona peaberry 67.95. That sounds around. That's okay, right? That's real peaberry. I've seen Kona peaberry for as little as like 60. So you guys, I'll give you guys a $1. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, here's a light peaberry. I'm fact checking. But yeah, you can get Hawaiian peaberry. And that's actually a really even a good deal for Hawaiian peaberries. So, check them out. I think they're on. But that's what I was saying. There's a lot of people will sell the Hawaiian and try to make you think it's Kona, but it's not. It's Hawaiian. And so we labeled our Hawaiian coffee pretty clearly. It's 100% Kona. It's not 100% Hawaiian. All right. I did that $1 start, so that's the only one of that. So that's our light pea berry. We also have a medium pea berry and a dark pea berry. I would say our medium pea berry is a really nice is the best flavor. So if you guys want a nice flavor profile in the medium pea berry, I would say this one's the best flavor of all our coffees. You get this sweet, um, you get this very sweet, almost caramel flavor to it, and it's a nice, very sweet caramel flavor. But also, you still get some of that fruitiness and some of that nuttiness. I'll give you guys a chance to bid on this one. So at 60, if you're paying 64 bucks a pound for the pea berry, that's $8 for one of these, and that's probably the cheapest we're gonna find it. But cheap also doesn't mean better, right? There's 650 coffee farms. You may get cheap coffee and it tastes. I've Someone offered me Kona coffee for 14 bucks a pound. I sampled it and it tasted there was no Kona flavor to it. So cheap coffee, there's a lot of range in the Kona flavor. And some Kona farmers you may get lucky, right? You may find a farmer that's just starting out. He's doing a great job, and if you find that farm, you should buy all his coffee because there you will find bargains like that. There are 650 different farms out here, and you may find a farmer who's just starting out, doesn't know how to market his coffee, and you'll get a really good bargain in that case, and you should just buy all his coffee. Mhm. Even our farm, but our prices are on the lower end, are on the middle lower end, I would say. But that's our pea berry. You guys don't really want to pay for that. We have some more of this light Hawaiian. So this Hawaiian is the same grade as that pea berry that you were seeing on eBay there, which is like 20, it's doing like 24 bucks a pound. There, that's actually a little bit cheaper than ours. Um, but these are 2-ounce bags. This will make you 4 8-ounce cups or about a full pot of coffee. Usually you're getting a little bit more, maybe 2.5 ounces of coffee in a bag of this. So you do get a little bit more than we promise. And how many bags? We usually do it. The 3 pound bag comes in one bulk bag. Sometimes we'll give you 4 12 ounces if we run out of packaging, but typically we're giving you one 3 pound bag. Um, Sorry, I got worked up about that pea bear. I shouldn't have. So if I made you feel bad, Rick, I apologize. I got worked up. I got defensive. That's never good either. I got defensive. Always on the watch for myself. The wrong things that I do. I got defensive. My wife says just gotta sit with it. You gotta sit with the discomfort. The pricing. I think it's worth discussing. If you see a better price, because I do try to make our coffee, some of our coffees, like the estate coffee is probably the cheapest. But if it's not, I kind of want to know. And I also want to know who's selling it for that cheap. I'm part of the Peaberry mob. You think I talk about the Peaberry mob, you always accuse other people of what you're doing yourself. And so, when I saw someone telling me someone was selling that Peaberry for 24 bucks, I was like, I need to know who's doing that. I need to go figure out how to buy up all their pea berries so they can't afford to do that anymore. I am the pea berry mob. I'm just warning you about me. I keep talking about the chicken shawarma. Where do you think I learned that from? I'm just warning you guys about me. I'm warning you guys about me. The prime white is so I'm a Hawaiian white. It's not Hawaiian prime, it's Hawaiian white. And that is so the Hawaiian coffee has up to one, and same with the Hawaiian pea berry. It has up to 30% defects, and it's a smaller, less dense bean. It's not quite the off grade, but it does have cracks in the beans. It has chips in the beans. They're going to be smaller beans, so the beans will be less dense, um, more tannins in it, more of the stuff that may give you some of the jitters. So because the white coffee is roasted so light, um, I find that the white coffee, and I'm really sensitive, so it may not have the same problems for you, but I find that the white coffee, when it's roasted light, I mean, when it's roasted with the Hawaiian, will tend to give you more jitters. Um, Makes me, if I have 2 cups of the Hawaiian white, I'm gonna be in my room curled up into a ball for a good 45 minutes. So I do have a little bit of crash. Whereas I find the white extra fancy gets you jacked up, but then after when you're starting to crash from it, you're just tired. You don't get all of these anxiety jitters. So that's the difference. It's a cleaner bean and it's a much higher grade. So the extra fancy beans have less than 1% defects in them. And they're the bigger beans, whereas the Hawaiian can have up to 33% defects. Oh, let me do that, guys. I owe you. Thanks for the reminder. I just started talking and I just didn't stop again. So I owe you guys that dark follower giveaway from my last show. I ended it before it even And so this dark roast, extra fancy dark, highest grade of coffee that we have. Um, and I did see one person sell an extra fancy coffee for $50, but that was that hedge fund that I told you about. They came in, they planted 500 acres of coffee. They sprayed their coffee with something that made it so they couldn't export it to other countries. So now they have to sell their coffee for cheap. I don't really know. Hey JD, how you doing? And so here's our 6 ounce extra fancy giveaway, which I didn't end up giving away before. Here it is, extra fancy for getting me up to 600 shares. If you guys get me up to another 600 shares before 12 o'clock, I'll give you guys another one. But I gotta go. I gotta leave here around 12. And I was, thank goodness it's Friday. It is. And then we got this dark sampler here. The dark coffee is the one that you want to drink for, if you're just starting off with our coffee, if you want a coffee that won't give you acid reflux or indigestion, you want a coffee that just sits well with your stomach. You're on the East Coast, Coocher, Florida. Nice. And this coffee, four 8 ounce cups, smooth and sweet, guaranteed not to give you acid reflux or indigestion. Um, so it's comparable to your regular coffee. So if you just want a coffee that's easy to drink, but you're not trying to get, an extra buzz out of it. You don't want anything else to change. You just want coffee that's tasty. You don't have to add cream or sugar to it. Then this 2 ounce Hawaiian dark sampler is a good place to start. Next item is our extra fancy white. This one's the almost like a monster drink in a cup. It is the highest grade, the biggest beans, the cleanest beans, and the extra fancy white coffee will get almost like a monster drink. Like that's where the trigonylene is. We're talking about trigonylene, and I posted a paper about it. You guys should definitely read up on trigonylene if you're like me. It's actually fascinating how much stuff is in it. And for me, I get I get motivated to drink something when I learn about it. So I've been really motivated to drink this white coffee because it's so good for you because of all these things in it. All right, we got the dark. We got a bag of the dark extra fancy 6 ounce bag. This is the biggest beans that we have. Um, Extra fancy. I got my computer with me today actually. Kona extra fancy. Let's see what people are charging for this. Extra fancy is a grade. So it's the coffee that's above 16/64 of an inch. It's basically the biggest beans that we have. Maybe about 1% of our coffee comes out as extra fancy. And so it is a lot of work to bring it out. They say it's less than 10%. And hmm, let's see, someone's selling this extra fancy Kona. Anyway, I don't exactly know. Well, definitely some people are selling it for anywhere from 50 to $100. So some people are selling it for 50, or one person. So I don't know. I gotta go buy their coffee and see if it's good because sometimes the prices they're selling it at makes me question because I don't even know if I could buy it at that price unroasted. But yeah, so that's why I get surprised by some of these prices. Mm. So that's our extra fancy dark. We also have an extra fancy medium. I do these 6 ounces for 24. Let's see here. You can get someone's doing a bag of. So I guess people are dropping their prices a little bit. 100% Hawaiian. When they say 100% Hawaiian, that is very questionable. So that part, it has to say 100% Kona. Otherwise, something weird is going on. So, because if you put 100% Kona, that's where you can get into trouble. If you like Hawaiian Kona, that's weird. But I don't know, some stuff a little bit weird. And so if you put 100% Kona coffee and you get caught doing that, you can go to jail. Our best deal right now, Nikshi, is a we have a um, estate dark and an estate light or estate medium for 21 bucks for 8 ounces. So this one's the dark, which is really somewhat lighter than your typical dark roast. It's more like a medium roast at Starbucks, and this one's great for drip and espresso. I would start with the dark or the medium. Anything lighter than that, you're starting to get a little bit it's going to be a little bit risky unless you've been drinking coffee for a long time. If you've been drinking coffee for a long time, then your lighter roast will be, really pleasant to drink. But if you've never had a lighter roast before, you're going to think the light roast is kind of weak. So I would definitely start with the medium or a dark estate or even extra fancy if you don't mind spending the money. We also have a Katura, which is really interesting. It's savory, and I'm gonna actually look up the Kona Katura too. I don't think anyone has this. I'm pretty sure. The Katura is the most expensive one. It's the rarest one. It's also savory. Whereas if you want just a really tasty, sweet coffee, I would do a medium or a dark Kona. Kona Katura. I don't think there's anyone with Kona Katura except us. Um, yeah, I'm the only one with Kona Katura. There's a Maui Yellow Katura someone has. I bet that's really expensive. Let's see what this Maui Yellow Katura pre-order. You can't even buy it. So, all right, Yellow Katura, tasty stuff. We have a. If you want to do some samples, you can get your husband some samples. I would say the dark Hawaiian is something great for drinking every day. 90 80 90% of good zircona coffee. Those defects in the lighter roast make a big difference. In the darker roast, doesn't really make a difference at all. Can't even see them. So Sandon's right. That extra dark off grade is probably going to be better than a lot of the coffees you guys are currently drinking. So I'm waiting for that to come in. I don't know. That's going to take people who do off grade. They have to like take some time to get the off grade together. All right. The Desert Dancing win that giveaway. That 6 ouncer. Desert Dancing. I'm not a trader. I'm not a trader. All right. I definitely do see some lower cost Kona coffees out there that you guys are turning my to, especially on eBay. You get some really low cost Kona coffees. Mm. Greenwell is a good place to get your coffee from, though. You got to know the farms. Like some farms, they're just selling you old coffee. Other farms are selling you good coffee. So you got to kind of know the farms. You got to know, sometimes people will roast a bag of coffee, and now people are selling the. people are selling the old roasted coffee. Sometimes the coffee's sitting around for like 5 months, which does happen. Hmm. You can get the disposable or the fillable Keurig cups. Those are actually really good for making it. I bet that eBay coffee's okay though. Honestly, those look like um those look like some of the Mexicans I know. So maybe they're just having trouble marketing it, and you're getting a deal. You could definitely, although it is a Hawaiian pea berry, right? So that's, but even the Hawaiian, that's actually a pretty good price for Hawaiian pea berry. The Ed Show. I haven't been selling. Today's a slow day on the Ed Show, but I came back. I decided, you know what? If I'm just here to sell coffee, that's not the attitude I should be having. I'm just here to hang out. And if you want to buy some coffee, you can get some. But I can't just be grasping at you guys. If I don't sell enough coffee per hour, I'm just gonna leave. Is that what we're here for? So I got too caught up in the numbers, and then I got stressed out, had the wrong attitude, and now, and then I got angry. I started blaming you for all my problems just because you voted. Started blaming you. Then I got mad. I wanted to chastise you and started complaining, and I started generalizing and saying it's everyone's fault. You guys didn't do enough, and now I'm a victim. I'm not a victim. Where is our medium estate? Where did that stuff go? I can't find it. I'm not a victim. Where's my medium estate? Coffee just keeps changing. I can't find half the stuff I was selling. Did I delete it? Is it gone? Did someone delete it? It's not even here anymore. It's, makes me just, it's maddening. Jeez. I can't even find the stuff I'm trying to sell you guys. Let's do 2 ounces of dark Hawaiian. That's a great idea. You got more coffee coming in. It's the government. It's all the government's fault. But that's the thing is I always considered it's like I considered myself part of I am the government. And so I don't want to blame myself. It's like I'm just blaming myself now. I don't want to blame myself. I got the spaceships. I do. And until you guys buy the spaceships, until you get your democracy to buy these spaceships from me, everything is on hold. Don't expect anything to get any better. You need to call your Congress people, tell them, buy these spaceships right now. You got to make up for what they did to him. If you don't buy these spaceships, God's going to punish you. God's going to punish America. Look at that lizard right there. That's right. So these spaceships are the price. It's the price. And if you guys don't buy it, America's going down. I hate to say it. It's true though. If you don't buy these spaceships from me, America's going down. There's no saving it. There's nothing. There's nothing that's gonna save it. AI is not gonna save you. SpaceX, those fart rockets, those aren't gonna save you. Elon Musk's not gonna save you. AI is not gonna save you. It's the only thing we got is these spaceships. Until we buy them, you guys are fucked. And I'm going down with you, but we're all fucked. Because there's nothing. We don't have any. There's nothing else out there that's that's gonna help the situation we're in right now? Nothing. Lawyers aren't gonna help you. All this coffee, it's not gonna help you. Nope. Not gonna help you out there. Until these spaceships get sold, everything's on pause. Food prices gonna keep going up. Gas prices up and down, up and down. The stock market's just gonna inflation. It's all because they stopped the spaceships. We're 11 years behind schedule, guys. That's what happens when you're so far behind. Then everything, all the prices start catching up. So until we get these spaceships sold, don't expect things to get any better. They think I'm joking. I'm not. Now I can't sell anything. All right, what else we got? Okay, I got here we go. I'm gonna fix this listing. And we got 8 ounce estate grade, medium roast. 8 ounce estate grade medium roast right here for 21 bucks. I'm gonna give you that's like 40% off. So I don't know. Maybe the prices have gone down, it seems. So I don't know. I'll double check. Ah, $2.70 per ounce. $3.50 per ounce. So anywhere from 270 to $5 per ounce is what you should expect to pay for 100% Kona estate coffee. It's a big range. It is a big range. So how do you know? Right? How do you know what coffee to drink? And you got to try it. Honestly, there's 650 farms out here, so you don't. It's you got to try every batch. Um, and it can be very different. Kona coffee can be sour and bitter to sweet and smooth. It's the entire range. And that's unfortunate actually because a lot of Kona coffee, I've talked to people who told me the Kona coffee is just bad. And that's just here's a $21 for estate 8 ounce 8 explanation 8 factorial ounces of 100% Kona coffee. And medium grade. So estate Kona, probably the best deal. Still the best deal you're gonna find. Show me Kona coffee estate for less than 42 bucks a pound. Let me see. I don't believe you'll find it, but oh yeah, they love that syrup. 8 ounce for 28 is what I see at best price. But you might find it better on eBay. Definitely, possibly better on eBay, but still pretty close. I can't imagine someone charging less than 40 bucks a pound. No. Thanks, Jennifer. I appreciate your support. And the white coffee, really something that's actually good for you. Seems to be loaded with good things. Loaded with good things. And we are on a live stream right now. No new followers though. 12 views. Better than nothing. Iron Sword, you are on YouTube. Nice. So thank you guys for getting me back on YouTube or on YouTube at all. I appreciate that. I got this big squash today. I was excited to show you guys. This was the exciting thing of the day. I got this squash from my field. I don't know if I'm gonna cook it. First time. Appreciate that. You sharing that. Yeah. That's part of our, that's the thing is everything I grow here is gonna be good for your gut. Hopefully you don't have to pay too much more either. Or I still try to make our coffee the best price as possible. Um so yeah, if you guys have any questions about the coffee, it is healthy and loaded with trigonylene. Won't give you acid reflux because of how we pick it. We only pick the coffee that's deep red, purple, or brown. I'm hoping to set up like Wi-Fi stations throughout my farm, and if I can get that set up, then I can actually walk around the farm and do these shows, which will be kind of cool. Although there are a lot of weeds everywhere, and I do have a lot of turmeric too, which I'm growing as flowers. Kind of excited to get that going. Coffee, we harvest once a year. We harvest from September to January once a year, and we pick coffee based on whether it's ready to fall off the tree. So we only pick the deep reds, the purples, and the browns, and that's why this coffee is not giving you acid reflux or indigestion. It's just purely because of the level of ripeness. That level of ripeness gets rid of all the tannins, all the toxins, all the acidity. It's just like letting a banana turn brown or an apple turn brown. It just makes it way easier to digest. And coffee is like any other fruit. If you pick it unripe, it's going to be sour and bitter, no matter how large you got that fruit to grow, no matter how good the fruit, no matter how good your climate was, no matter how big the beans are. And you can't tell how good a coffee bean is when you and someone wanted these nibs. I'm sorry, I forgot about the nibs. I've just been talking. I woke up with a bad attitude today, and I fixed it. I'm feeling better now. So easy. For years, I had a bad attitude. Years, every day. Just wanted to blame other people. Years. It was you. It was. You got me. I started feeling sorry for myself. I started saying, "Oh, you mean it was you who wanted the nibs, not it was you who caused me to have a mental breakdown." Sorry, because it was also you were the last person I talked to before I had a mental breakdown. So the nibs are are raw chocolate, right? So these are nibs. It's the chocolate seed, cacao seed broken up into little bits. So it's before you separate the. I did a $2 start. I hate when I do that. I need to edit this. $2 start real quick, guys. On the sorry Anzu Wubs, if someone else gets a better price, I always do that by mistake. I gotta reprogram my stuff. So the nibs are raw cacao beans, and you can eat them. They taste like the dark chocolate nut. So if you love dark chocolate, the Hawaiian nibs, so Hawaiian chocolate, raw cocoa, $3. I'm sorry about that. I hate when I do that. I gotta reprogram these so that I start blaming everyone. I wanted to just lash out. That's why the FBI investigates people like me, because once you start blaming, once you start complaining, you blame, and who knows? Next thing you know, you're gonna lash out. You're blaming everyone but yourself. I'm not a victim. It's all my fault. Try some extra fancy beans. Not a fan of dark chocolate. Extra fancy beans are the biggest beans in the world. They do not grow this big anywhere else in the world. It's gonna be the smoothest, sweetest, nuttiest. You get a little bit of Nutella flavor in these extra fancy beans. Because the beans are so big, the center of the bean doesn't quite roast, and you still have a little bit of Nutella there. Um, these are said to be the best ones for espresso. So if you guys do want some of these extra fancy, Coach Ultimo, thanks for the tip. I appreciate that. Extra fancy gives you a Nutella flavor. This one's the best one for espresso. These are the biggest beans, the sweetest beans, and takes about 100 pounds, maybe a little bit less than that, maybe 50 pounds of coffee. Make 1 pound extra fancy. I think it's more like 100 pounds. And I haven't been able to get more of this extra fancy. This is the end of my extra fancy for now. I may have some in a few weeks. Um, I got a dark pea berry. Do a $1 start on this. The dark pea berry beans, rare, only happens at the tips of the trees. Um, Pea berry, something like this. Although this is a Hawaiian pea berry, so you can see the Hawaiian pea berry is like kind of cracked. It's not really a perfect oval, and that's why it's cheaper. But this you guys are bidding on a Kona pea berry, and the Kona pea berry, the beans get bigger. It's going to be the richest dark roast you've ever had. Just a very dense, rich, and thick cup of coffee. $3, James. You're gonna. I knew I shouldn't have done these $1 starts. I always want to do them though. I love $1 starts. Here's an $8 start on the cacao nibs in case you guys want cacao nibs. Last chance to get these. Not last chance. There's always going to be another chance. The extra fancy medium. We got 6 ounces of the extra fancy medium if you want it for 24. And 6 ounces gives you 12 to 18 cups of coffee. And these medium roasts, again, this is the buttery Nutella, very, very sweet coffee. Any of the tea. I do have some cacao tea. I don't have any of the cinnamon leaf tea or the mamaki. I should be getting those a little bit more of those, but I do have some cacao tea. I can run that. And I do have some chocolate covered magnets tomorrow if I get them listed. So there's some cacao tea. If you want some cacao tea, it's 4 ounces for $8. And I'm not gonna make that same mistake of running it for a $1 start. So if you don't want it, I'll come back later. um, yeah, super slow today. I noticed the other sellers aren't really even bothering with whatnot today. So I'll just oh look at that squash. I need to figure out how to eat that squash. I believe so. I believe we're gonna have some chocolate covered mac nuts. Let me see this. Look at that squash. Oh, I gotta get a squash. I gotta eat that squash. You think I should roast it? It's too big. I like squash, just I like that nice. I like to eat it like just stir fried. So I'm gonna make it stir fried. Just eat enough, cut it in half and bake it. Mm, I'm gonna consider that. Still work to come through. Give me one sec, guys. Hey Shannon, how you guys doing? I'm back. I wish we could like simulcast to TikTok too. Would that be easier? All right, what are we doing today? What are we doing? You guys have any requests? I don't think you guys are just all full of coffee. That's what I'm sensing. You guys are just too flushed with coffee to even buy any more coffee. It is 10:15. I did get a TikTok account back. I don't want to talk about it because now Whatnot's gonna get upset. I don't want to talk about it. Still early here, yeah. And where's the cable guy? Whatnot's not paying attention. I hope so. I think Whatnot kind of likes it because they're against communists too, at least for now, until the communists take over. When they buy them out, then you're gonna see me get shut down. Did they change it? Is that what's going on? I actually don't know. I heard there's an uproar about shipping costs. I heard that. Let's see. Doesn't start till August. Doesn't start till August. Jim Carrey, 1 foot. Did you get all the coffee I owe you, 1 foot? I think I owed you some coffee. I remember that. And I think I sent it all out to you. But if you guys, any of you guys, if I owe you anything, please follow up. A lot of times I send stuff out and it's a lot. So I apologize, but I think I'm pretty much caught up with all you guys. You guys wanna read the Bible? You guys wanna read the Bible? You guys wanna read the Bible? An anarchy in ho logos, kai ho logos in proston theon, kai theos in o logos, logos in anarchy. I think that's the key. In anarchy, John 1:2. I'm hungry. Two. All those in anarchy, pros ton theon. So all those in anarchy. Ironically, sticking that label on takes longer because you gotta peel the sticker off. You gotta peel the sticker off. You gotta put the sticker on. You gotta put it on the right spot. It's actually quicker just to write it. Yep. All those stickers. The stamp, but then there's like 50 different stamps. How long do we roast it? It's usually about 15 minutes. It's the average roast. The dark roast sometimes takes up to 20 minutes. I'm gonna eat, guys. I know you guys hate it when we eat on camera, but I'm hungry. No one buying anything to them. What if I gave you 40% off? $21, guys. Quick flash sale of the dark Hawaiian 12 ounce. What if I gave you $21? Dark Hawaiian. I'm flash sale for $21, guys. I'll be done eating in a sec. I'm a little bit better, Margaret. Thanks for asking. How are you doing? I'm a little bit better. I'll be right back, guys. Let's take a little break. So hungry. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm so hungry. I need some food. I'm so hungry. There's nothing to eat. What do I do? There's nothing to eat. So food. I need some food. There's nothing to eat. What do I do? All I gotta eat today is chocolate. I got chocolate. Just eat chocolate. Just eat chocolate. Chocolate. Jesus Christ. Nothing to eat. All right, guys. We got. I'm sorry to hear that, Margaret. I hope I hope you guys get to spend some time with your mom. I don't. All I got is chocolate. I will eat the chocolate. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited for those new Doritos, the all natural Doritos. I got a bag of those ranch. I didn't get to try them yet, but I'm excited. The little things in life. So yeah, I think we'll just should we send you guys off on a raid? Jersey Bagel guys, they're selling a lot of stuff. Oh, jerky.com. I owe them a raid back, so let's send you guys that way. All right, guys. Good luck, Margaret. I hope you find peace with and everything is okay, and hope your mom finds peace if she hasn't had that for a while.